Once you have a fully established plan for your project with all the scope of work, activities, dependencies, resource assignments, and cost, all calculated, verified with your stakeholders, and formally approved as a baseline, then you need to start tracking the progress. In other words, adding performance input or actuals. To be able to add the actuals to your project, you need to select the tasks. I'm going to select the project summary task because we're going to add actuals for the whole project. Right-click and through the menu, go to the Add to Performance Input table. This brings a card where you can set up all the settings for the actuals table. You could either go with the option to select from the project data date or for a certain period reporting cycle. I'm going to keep all the settings as is. Spider Project brings to the view the table of actuals. This is where you can see all of the activities that have been planned to occur in that period of time that we have just selected. You can see that these activities have got a certain type. They could be productivity driven or duration driven. And on the right hand side in the table, we have the columns where we can update the actuals. For the productivity driven tasks, we would be updating the volume done. For the duration driven task, we will be updating the duration hours spent. There's other columns here for the materials consumption and some other types of cost, machinery and labor, and some others. So let's just pretend that the project is running behind the schedule and we have not done what we have planned. We can adjust this and that. And for the duration driven task, I'm going to say that it took longer. For the productivity road layout, I'm going to say that we've done less than planned. We also consumed more fuel than we planned. I'm going to update that parameter as well. So now we've put all the actuals in. The next step is to accept the actuals. If you go to this main menu, there'll be a red tick here, transfer performance data into the project. By selecting this option, Spider Project will transfer all the actuals from this table into the plan. And by default, it is recommended to save this project and increase the version number so we can save the version of the file as a new version. I'm going to accept that. Please note that this is the next version, version 2 of our project plan. Let's imagine that we are now in the following reporting cycle, and we need to update the project plan with new actuals. We're going to do exactly the same. Right-click on the project summary task. Through the menu, go to the Add to Performance Input table, and I'm going to adjust the reporting period now. And the actuals table gets adjusted with all the settings. Now I'm going to say that we are still running behind. I'm going to update the parameters, and for the road layout, I'm going to say that we have done more than planned. For the fuel consumption, we can say they've consumed more fuel. So we're happy with all the actuals. I'm going to accept all of the actuals into the project plan. And again, I'm going to save this version as the version 3. We can see now actuals are also visible in the project activity Gantt view. I can do the same. I can calculate this schedule by applying simple scheduling. or with resource leveling, resource constraint. So now we're in version 3 of our plan. But how do we compare it to the baseline version? First of all, let's go to the project settings, properties. And under the baseline version selection, let's pick version 1 as the baseline version, because that's what we've saved as the initial version of the schedule. I'm going to apply that, and in the comparison tab of the main menu, go to compare it with the baseline. All of the settings here you can adjust, but the main setting I wanted to double check is that I'm comparing the version 3 of the plan with the baseline version 1 we've just selected. Go OK. And now you can see that on the Gantt view, all of these light terracotta color bars is the baseline. So now in the activity Gantt view, we can see the actuals, the progress, as well as the baseline of our project plan.